press on.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Atlanta Motor Speedway for our Dash for Cash event and the last one of this series. We'll be back in 3 weeks and have some exciting new things coming at us. But I'm Josh, and here with me is Tim, as always.
And we are very excited for tonight's race. This time, instead of a super speedway, we're going to the Hot Atlanta, I like to call it. And it's going to be a fast one, boys. 100 laps, cash on the line as usual.
And today we'll take a look at the track info. It's a 1.5 mile long track, 4 turns as always. I mean, it's an oval track in Atlanta, big ATL. So a good place to end the series, that's for sure.
Now, Josh, we started probably about a month and a half ago at this point, and we have seen a lot of different drivers win. I don't know that we've had a repeat driver, actually. I need to start keeping records of these stats. Tonight looks like we have how many people do we got tonight?
Looks like we are sitting at 12 people.
12 people. Okay. It's going to be a fast one. Looks like a lot of guys from last night. Looks like we got Chad Grant back in here, Greg Petra, Robinson. He was a first timer yesterday, and now look at him. He's a veteran in his second race.
Yeah, and of course the winner from last night's Talladega race, Brandon Key, is also in this one. So I know he's looking for those back-to-back tonight for sure.
Now, he did say in his interview yesterday that he thinks Tate is going to be one to watch here tonight.
Yeah, he gave us a little bit of info on that during his interview, saying that Tate seems to do pretty well at the Atlanta track. And this time around, we're in the Cup cars. So last night we were in the Xfinity Series doing Talladega, and now we switched it up and we're doing Cups at Atlanta. So we'll keep an eye on Tate, definitely keep an eye on Brandon, and of course Scott Crump in the 51, who has tried and tried and tried again, and unfortunately always seems to be taken out by some sort of mishap.
It was unfortunate. Once again, the final lap. If you all did not see last night's Talladega race, you need to go back and watch it because you're torturing yourself by not watching that race. It was a fantastic race from beginning to finish, and the ending did not disappoint.
Yeah, the ending was by far the best finish I've seen in a long time in general, just in an iRacing setting. So much carnage happening behind the leaders, and then 3 wide in the tri-oval, and Brandon Key is the one that takes the victory from last night. So guys are doing qualifying right now. Currently, right now, it looks like Spencer Burns in the 06 is sitting pole. We still have 2 more drivers that haven't qualified, so we'll see Christopher Morse in the number 3 and Nick Massey in the 48. See if they can take away that top spot. And speaking of which, as I was saying, that Brandon Key just took that top spot.
Took it by about 0.051 over Burns. And Tommy's sitting there in third. I'm interested to see where Massey's going to start.
And we, of course, we got to talk about Dean Brummett in the 25. Personally, my favorite out of these races. Yesterday, after the Talladega race, seems to be a little bit of heat going on. He's got a couple of drivers with some targets on their backs, so not sure. He didn't name any names, but we're definitely going to have to keep a close eye on that little rivalry that he has going on there.
I'm going to go ahead and take an assumption that the driver he had on he's looking out for is not here tonight.
You sure it's not Greg Petra?
I knew that was coming. I was thinking either him or the 41 from last night.
Oh, yeah, 41, Josh Cossack. Yeah, it could be that, or it could be the mishap that happened on the pit road. Greg Petra, for some reason, coming to a
Oh,
complete
yeah.
stop just about. And Tommy Gossett, who is in tonight's race, also got into the back of Dean Brummett quite a bit. So we're definitely going to keep an eye on that as we roll up, finish, or what am I trying to say? We're done with qualifying.
We've rounded out qualifying, and we are going to be setting up the grid.
All righty. So it looks like starting in row 1, we got Brandon Key in the number 8, and following him, Spencer Burns in the 06.
And then row 2, Nick Massey in the 48 and Tommy Gossett in the number 80 as usual.
Row 3, we have Dean Brummett in the 25. I'm sure he's repping the what is it, the Budweiser there, pretty sure.
Yep.
Tate Lytle in the 56.
And then row 4, we've got Zach Onson in the number 10 and Christopher Morris in that number 3. I like that Scooby-Doo scheme I see. That's pretty funny.
And in row 5, we got Chad Grant in the number 2 and Michael Robinson in the number 9.
And starting 11th is Scott Crump in the 51 and Greg Petra in the number 1.
And that is going to do it for our starting lineup. 11 cars tonight. It's a little bit different than what we had at Talladega, but Atlanta is still going to be a ton of fun with 11 people, all of which are looking to take home some money. And it pays the top 3, so hopefully we might see back-to-backs. We'll have to take a look and see.
It's going to be, it almost looks like a throwback event with all these schemes that we got going on here.
Yeah, I see a couple. I do like Gossett's paint scheme there in the 80, the chrome blue. I just love chrome. Like that chrome blue is just so good.
You really do.
I do. Like him and Nick Massey in the 48 right beside him. I love it. It just looks so good. But of course, Dean Brummett and the 25 supporting that old school Budweiser look that he had, 2 weeks ago was when he started at Daytona?
Yeah. Yep, he used it for his throwback. Little bow tie.
Then, yeah, he's stuck that Budweiser on there every race. Right.
Looks like we're missing somebody.
Yeah,
okay. No, right there. I didn't see Brandon Key. He had taken off already.
All right, so who do you have for this race?
I'm going with Nick Massey.
So
I'm telling you right now.
Long race.
That number 48, well, he just disappeared. Maybe I want to hold off on that.
The Houdini.
The Houdini, yeah. Every race we got a Houdini. I'm going to go with Nick Massey in the 48 winning tonight's race.
Yeah, I got to go with, obviously, Dean Brummett in the 25. I know he has it. I know he can do it. He just has to have a little bit of luck on his side. And with a smaller field at Atlanta today, there's a huge possibility that he can make it up to the front. I mean, he's in the top 5, I do believe, in the starting grid. So exactly 5th. So yeah, he's got a huge chance. But the pace car is coming off as we're about to go green here.
Wave that arm, baby.
And we are off as we have Brandon Key leading the field going into turn 1 here. Nick Massey behind him in the 48, Dean Brummett behind him in the 25.
Now I'm interested to see where these cars, where they're going to really run, because you run that inside line here at Atlanta, and you're going to tear those tires out.
Yeah,
so
the front is going to be definitely taking a beating this race, and that's something that these drivers are going to have to keep in mind. But we got 100 laps, so anything can happen.
And you can see they're trying to get single file here to just, and Massey, I believe, wants to go to the outside right away. Yeah, he really does. Him and Dean Brummett, they're going straight to that outside lane. You're going to keep that speed coming out of that turn, and you're going to get such a run coming down this backstretch. See, look, right there, he's gaining on Brandon so well. And he probably will hold that through 3 and 4 as well. Actually, I lied. They took the inside.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of single file here at Atlanta besides the backstretch and front stretch, most likely. Not like your super speedways whatsoever, so we'll be interested to see how far these guys can go before pit stops start to open up.
Yeah, we're probably not going to see as many cautions here tonight, just because this track is a very, it's not like that pack racing we get with Talladega and Daytona. You got to kind of this situation. You got to drive your car, you got to put yourself in position to win, and you have to bring it home. Now, everybody is running the same setup as well, so it's literally how you drive your car and how you can make it go faster than the guy in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a fixed setup, so it is going to be best to drive.
Oh, somebody's off the wall back there. Looks like Greg Petra just tagged the wall coming out of 2.
Oh, looks like he's going to bring her in, maybe.
He's trying to see how well it's handling. But we are still green here at Atlanta.
And
no caution.
He has quite the lead on the leaders right now. Almost a second gap between him and Spencer Burns in the 06.
And this is going to come down to seeing who can save their tires. Because on the end of a run, you're going to catch that guy that has been running really hard. And these guys battling right here is really going to tear up their tires. But it's early in the race. Kind of got to get the position you can get and go from there. Grummet is just doing great.
Yeah, he's got that line figured out, staying tucked in behind there. Nick Massey's bumper. Keep an eye on him throughout the race to see how he does.
And see, when you're behind somebody like that, a lot of times you're going to have to let off the gas before the guy in front of you. So that way you don't run into the back of them. And so that kind of messes up your line and how you want to get up to the front as well. Because I'll tell you, this is not easy.
Dean Brummer gets a little tap there by comes up the racetrack actually quite a bit and hits Grant on the outside. Spencer blinking away in front of this little group here, as the lead is now 1.5 seconds over second place.
That's impressive, but like I said, we're going to have to wait to see how he's doing on his tires. At what point is he going to, just kind of relax a little bit so that he can make it all the way on his fuel pit stop, whenever that may be.
We got a nice little battle back here from 2nd to 5th, so it'll be nice to see how this opens up some possibilities for some drivers. It looks like the number 3 of Christopher Morse is going to try and take the inside lane on Tommy Gossett here in the 80. Saw it and decided not to. Looks like he's running an Atlanta scheme too.
Yes, I believe that is. And my driver that I picked, he's dropped back a little bit. I'm not scared. Messi tends to be there at the end when it counts.
Well, let's look at Crump, sitting 11th right now. Started 11th, hasn't moved up the field, but is losing quite a bit of time. Almost a 4-second difference between him and the 10th place car.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if this is... Maybe he's just not used to Atlanta, or maybe this is just some sort of strategy because he doesn't want to get in trouble, but that's quite a big gap.
Yeah, because, look, these guys are racing really hard. He could be saving his stuff, too, because, 4 seconds, if they don't have...
Petra is going to be on the apron there. Not sure what happened there.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh. Caution's going to come out for Greg Petra doing a single car spin, almost nailing Crump. I could just imagine what the radio would have been like if Crump would have gotten into that mess.
Yeah, I kind of want to see that replay riding on board with Crump.
Let's take a look here and see what was going on.
Oh yeah, I guess we probably should see what's going on with Greg.
Yeah,
because he did tag that outside wall. Oh.
Kind of comes off the back stretch and
Tags both walls.
claps the outside and inside wall, and then he's gonna spin here again. I don't know if it's just because of the previous spin, the tires are still worn out, and he just pushes it. But I'm confused.
Because right here, it looked like he was doing the pits, and then he just kind of
stops.
And then
Maybe
goes.
he was gonna try to get back on the. He's gonna try and get back on the track, and was nervous that there were guys around him. I'm not sure what was going on there.
That was close.
It looks like the leaders are going to be coming in, take probably some fuel, I would assume.
Fuel and probably tires. At least 2. Those right sides. Everyone gets in their pits safely, it looks like.
See
the right side's up.
Yep, looks like we got some
down.
Right sides going
on.
Oh,
they're all taking 4.
Yep, they're going to take 4. No one's taking 2, it looks like. And Brandon is going to easily win pit road there. 14:48 in and out. Pretty close between Burns and Brummett. 14:52, 14:55, but yeah, it looks like everyone's going to take 4 there.
I think if I was one of the guys in the back, like Crump, I think I would have went with 2. Because
it's tough. I could see why guys are going to take 4 only because the 2 tire stop is odd because you never know how long you're going to go. So with such a short field, you have no idea how long this race will go before there's another yellow flag. So I think it's the better be safe than sorry situation, unless you're Greg Petra and you're trying to bring out a caution.
Oh, looks like
Gossett looks
Tommy's
like
going back in.
Down pit road. Maybe. Not sure.
Maybe you got a penalty?
Maybe a black flag. I'm not sure. Speeding on pit road. No, doesn't look like he got a penalty. Looks like he's just going back in. Maybe he just got fuel and then noticed that everybody else was getting tires, and he was like, you know what, I need to jump on that.
Okay, I can see that.
All right, so first caution of the day, lap 12, lap 13. We'll see how many more we have in store, but Greg Petra is going to be 3 laps down. So he's definitely going to have quite a bit to make up. And with self spins like that, it's not going to help him any more than it is. So,
yeah, because now the issue is he had to, because he when he saw there was cars coming, he freaked out and pressed the escape button.
Mm-hmm.
And so when that happens, it's an automatic tow, which is about 2 minutes. So that's 2 minutes of him sitting in the pits waiting for, the pace car and everybody to go around. So as long as he is not in the next caution, they'll give him a wave around and he'll get back on the lead lap if there's 2 cautions. But I don't see that very likely here. Unless when we get to, green flag pit stops, that's where I think trouble is going to start, because diving in the pits here under green is a problem.
And the lights are off on the pace car, it looks like, so we're going to be going green this time by. And that's the nice thing about this track. With Talladega, the amount of cautions that we had, I mean, you're looking at 2 minutes and 25 to 27 seconds pace lap. And you're getting 3 of those.
Yesterday, Josh, I almost started saying we should have a karaoke at every caution lap.
It's not as rough here, thank God, at Atlanta. You got a 1.5 mile long oval, so they go by pretty quick.
But coming out of 4, pace car is going to drop off into the pits, and we're going to go back green momentarily.
Yeah,
Brandon
pace
Key is
car
going to lead him.
come off, and yeah, Brandon Key is going to go ahead and take it, and the flag
Oh, yeah,
is
he
in
went
the air.
right away.
Definitely going to jump that start. Actually, don't blame him for that. There is a restart line at Atlanta, so you honestly can start the race at any time. There's no rules where you have to wait for the green flag. It is leader's discretion to lead the field. So
correct, and Brandon is going to take full control over this. And as we get underway,
we got a battle for second here between Tate Lytle in 56 and Spencer Burns and Brummett in the 6 and 25. So Brummett's going to stay on the inside, on the backside of Tate there, while Spencer's going to try and battle on the outside. But Nick Massey is looking to the outside as well too, and Brummett's going to take away second spot from Tate Lytle.
Just took that away. Now if he can just clear him, and looks like Petra into the wall again.
Might have to bring her in, bud.
You know, I think it's a Scooby-Doo mystery at this point.
Yeah, I think we're all a little concerned. Who's driving the car? I don't know. We'll find out.
May have to pull the mask off.
Oh, boy, look at Crump, up to 5th place right now. Not doing too bad. Definitely made some progress. He came to the pit, so he definitely had a good stop. So we'll see if he can start working his way up to the front as he's battling Tate Lytle in the 56 for the 4th position.
You know, maybe Crump got a bad start on that, green flag coming to, the first lap. Could have just had a bad start and needed a caution, and look where he's at now.
Yeah, he's figuring it out and bringing her to the front, it looks like.
Looks like Brummett's about 0.399 off of Brandon.
He's definitely catching him. Let's see how long it takes for him to get up there, but looks like he's gaining every lap here, so that's good. Let's see the line he takes going into turn 1 here. Doesn't bring her all the way down, but Brandon gets so close to that outside wall coming off of turn 2. It's crazy.
I think it's so funny because with these guys, they literally can run different steering ratios. They can have a 12 to 1 or a 16 to 1, a 10 to 1. And what that really does for these drivers is you kind of get some more wiggle room with your wheel, and you can really dive down in there as well as have a looser wheel and just come right off the corner really great. And it also helps you for the bigger tracks. Some guys like to run like a 10. Some guys like to run a 16 by 1. Mm-hmm. But what that does is at Talladega, you can hold that line so straight. And here I know a lot of guys tend to go for a higher one, so that way they can kind of go to the outside lane or dive down inside pretty much whenever they want.
Yeah, a lot of guys like to mix it up and drive a bunch of different ratios. It makes it feel less twitchy the higher you go, at the cost of not really being able to recover if you get into a spin or if you get a little loose. It is a little bit harder to recover on those higher ratios.
Yeah. So that's we don't know what these guys run, so that also comes into factor of where you're going to run your line, how your car's going to handle. And Crump he's so close to getting around him.
Yeah, it's probably taking his time. Brummett and Key, as you can see up at the front of your screen there, going into turn 4 now. Definitely taking away this race, but Crump's probably just holding back, seeing what Lytle's going to do, and then as soon as that opportunity comes, he's going to pounce and he's going to take that spot away. But he's being battled by Christopher Morrison, the 3, right behind him. Crump gets a great entry into 1, it looks like, right up to the bumper of Tate Lytle in that 56. And
it almost looked like
taking 4th here soon.
Question is, where is he going to make that move?
Got a good run in the first, but with Tate's holding that low line, it's going to be quite hard to get around him, so he's going to have to hope for a good run off of turn 2 to get him into the backstretch. But Christopher Morrison, the 3, has got a good run going down low. He's on the inside of Crump Looks like they're going to battle it out here, and let's see if Crump gives it to him or gives him a little bit of a battle.
I don't think he's going to give it to him because Tate went to that outside too. Well, I lied. He gave it to him.
Looks like Crump gave it to him.
I thought they were going to go around Burns right there together, but Burns got a little faster than they expected.
Yeah, now Tate Lytle is looking on the outside of Spencer Burns here. Not sure how well the high line works or the mid line here works. I actually haven't spent too much time in Atlanta. Oh, he scrapes the outside wall a little bit.
That's going to hurt him.
I couldn't tell you, but Christopher Morse is going to... Now he's got blood in his eyes. Lytle making a mistake on the backstretch, and Christopher Morse is going to make him pay for it as he goes onto the inside, crossing the line. He's going to take that spot away from Tate Lytle in the 56.
I almost feel like we're here at Darlington with all these little scrapes to the outside wall everybody's getting. And now you can see Brandon is pulling away.
Yep, here's
about
the leader.
0.8 of a second.
Yeah, not bad at all. I mean, Dean's making up some ground and then losing it in some places, but this is the gap. Doesn't look that bad, but when you're in the nose of these things, that's a pretty big gap.
Yeah, that's about, I want to say about 10 car lengths between him and Brandon Key. But, you know, the difference here is Brandon Key did not have to fight anybody on that restart. And Brummett had to get through traffic to get up there. So he's already used up some of the tires. So we'll see how that goes. It looks like Greg Petra's going back to the pits.
Tate Lytle looks like he just lost that spot to Crump going into 3. Kind of gave it up there, it looks like. Definitely didn't want to take that battle. When you're saving tires and you don't know how long these green flag runs are going to go, it looked like Tate was about to hit that outside wall good. You got to do the best you can to save that right front, because once she's gone, it's tightened up, and it's going to be terrible. I mean, in the mid-turns in 3 and 4, with a little bit of practice I had at this track, it tightens up quite a bit in the mid-turn. So when you don't have the right front, it's going to get worse.
They caught Brummett. Did he make a mistake?
I'm not sure. Had to have, because that's a big gap.
Yeah, he was about half a tenth ahead of third place.
We'll back it up a little bit, just take a look to see what Brummett did here. And no, it just looks like they might have just caught him, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe the draft helped them there.
Yeah, because look, Burns is really pushing him along. So
now Brummett's falling back quite a bit. At 8th spot right
now. Wow. Now he's about 2 seconds off of the leader. Then he's got, looks like for another second back is Masty, so he should be good.
I think you know what? I think he's going to have tire problems.
What makes you say that?
I think he drove her too hard. I can just, with the throttle control that I'm listening to and how much he's getting off of it, especially coming off of turn 2 into the backstretch, it looked like he let off quite a bit going into the turn, so he might be losing that right front.
That would be unfortunate, but you know, it's still. And look at this, they're catching Brandon.
Christopher Morse is chugging along 0.4 of a second, now 0.3 of a second behind Brandon Key in number 8.
And just 2 laps ago, they were about a second and a half away from the leader.
Yeah, he's definitely gaining fast. Brandon, again. I don't know. It might be time for tires again.
I think we're about 20 laps on this run. So they still have quite a bit of fuel. They wouldn't have to worry about fuel for a little bit longer, but
Morse is taking this spot away from Key on the inside of turns 3 and 4 here. It's easily going to clear him.
Yeah. And if you can't control these tires, you then have to come to a conclusion with yourself. Should I go in? Short pit everybody, get some new tires on this bad boy, and catch everyone? Because you're going to be so much faster than these guys. But then you risk a caution coming out and you getting stuck on that lap down.
Exactly. Well, Brandon Key hasn't fallen back too much, still in that second spot number 8. And everyone's pretty close together. Burns is still flashing a little bit, it looks like. But Tommy Gossett...
But maybe this is mind games from Brandon Key. Maybe he's, thinking, hey, if I'm out front too much, these guys are going to think that I can just blow them away this whole time. But now he kind of brings it back and says, okay, I can save some tires just riding along right here. So, I don't know. Just a theory. Put it in your all's head.
And while you're there, Tommy Gossett took away that 4th spot from Scott Crump, and Crump is already eager enough to get that spot back, wasting no time to get to his bumper. But Brandon Key on the high end, losing another spot to Burns in the 0-6. Gossett's going to go behind Burns onto the backstretch as Crump is on his outside going into turns 3. Oh, Key scrapes the outside wall going into 3.
Way outside.
I'm thinking the tire fall off is happening. We're 17 laps since the last pit stop, so I'm thinking these
22.
tires are falling off. Is it 22 or geez, already?
Yeah, 23. Yeah. Brandon almost got right into the back of Crump right there.
Brandon's losing all of his spots. He's getting passed by Zach Onsen in the 51.
He
take that spot away like it's nothing.
They must have really run their tires out on that start because, they had a good, comfortable lead over 3rd place, and now that 3rd place car has taken away the lead. And both the guys we saw up there in 1st and 2nd have fallen back and continue to fall.
Yeah, now we have Christopher Morrison, the number 3, leading the pack with a 0.3 of a second lead on Spencer Burns in the 06, and behind him in 2nd to 4th, we got a pretty little battle going on there. Crump is definitely going to take that spot away from Tommy, and Tommy's not going to let it go easily. I know Tommy's itching for a win. He's tired of these non-skillful tracks that we call super speedways. So he's looking for a win here at Atlanta, I'm sure.
It's funny because these guys, if you didn't know any better, you'd think that they were professional drivers, just like when the NASCAR Cup guys jump onto Twitter and talk some smack. That's exactly what these guys do. It's great. I love it.
I love it so much.
Never did I think that we'd have some rivalries on here, but I believe we do after last night's race. There's some guys that some others aren't going to forget come the next Super Speedway or even the next race.
Let's take a look at Nick Massey. We haven't talked too much about him yet in the 48. He's kind of been sitting kind of the backside of the pack. He's started 3rd, he's dropped back to 8th. I don't know, kind of hanging out a little bit. Might be seeing what's going on. And, don't write him out just yet. We had Chris Wright, who took 11 pit stops 2 weeks ago and come back out of nowhere and win a race.
Yeah, unbelievable too. What a great race that was. I thought Chris would be here tonight because I know he really wanted some 1.5 miles.
Yeah.
But
and another one we haven't really talked about sitting in 10th is Michael Robinson in the number 9. Hasn't moved up in the spots currently. Started 10th and is currently 10th. Holding that midline going to turns 3 and 4, it looks like. So hopefully he can catch. He's about... Oh, he's going to get to the grass there. He is a lap down currently, so if a caution were to come out, he would be the lucky dog, as long as he's not involved in any wreck.
So Chad Grant is also a lap down, sitting in 11th.
These guys are hoping for a caution, or they're going to have to come in under green to get these fresh.
And the leaders are not far from him either.
Spencer Burns making a move on Christopher Morrison, number 3 on the inside, and Tommy Gossett is going to follow in behind him. And we might see Christopher Morse lose 2 spots here.
Maybe 3, because Crump is right behind. Oh, so he got a little loose. But if Tommy can get there and doesn't give Morris any room to come down, Crump is going to be right there too, heading into turn 1.
Yeah, he's still a nice little battle going on between Morse and Burns there in those 6 and 3, but he's
Tommy got a great run.
Off. Yeah, Tommy's going to take the inside here, and most likely take the lead coming off of turn 2, or not the lead, sorry, take second position off of turn 2 here. But no, Morse is still there. He's going to go to the inside, almost through.
Wow.
Again, a little
What
loose, a little tap from Tommy Gossett. Oh, what a save! Nice save.
Wow.
Got a little bit of rear end damage there. Unfortunate, but Tommy is just aggressive right now.
I don't blame him, because it looked like Morse was trying to come down in front of him to, get that bottom line. But, like Tommy said, he's out there for a win.
Oh, absolutely.
He's not out there to make friends or anything like that. So that was a good racing move. And it's not much damage to Morris. He'll be fine, and he'll be able to get that repaired. Is there any damage to Gossett would be my question on that.
That's
right front.
Damage. Let's take a look. Let's see if we can see anything from this camera angle. Probably not. It's going to be a little lower, I would assume.
Yeah, me too. It doesn't look like anything would be there. So
no, it doesn't look like he's got any damage. But Crump is looking on the inside of Tommy Gossett here. Oh, Morris is going to be taking away a spot from Tate Lytle if he can make this pass going off of turn 4. And it looks like Tate is going to preserve that spot, but going to go to the high side of Crump into turn 1. Ooh, almost a little bit
that
of
was
contact
tight.
on the right rear. Completed 48 laps out of 100. We've only had 1 caution and 1 pit stop currently. So these guys
Crump's going to go to the inside.
Looking for a caution. Yeah,
I'm not. I want to see some green flag pit stops.
Crump is going to try and take this position away from Tommy Gossett here in the 80, and these two are definitely going to battle it out. Gossett's not going to give that position up easily at all. And looks like he might clear him coming off at turn 2. No, Gossett still to his door. Going into turn 3 and 4, Tate Lytle is trying to get in on this party, but he's going to take the spot away, and now Gossett's going to gain some ground
Gossett's
back on the high side.
Yeah. They can't do this for too long.
Yep. I don't know who's going to be more punished. I would assume Crump is going to be more punished since he's on that low side.
Yeah.
Those tires are not going to take kind to this battle, but Gossett's just staying right there with Crump.
And it's funny because you're looking at 4th place, and he's like, oh, what line do I want to be in? He keeps going back and forth between the 2 drivers, trying to, figure out where he wants to go.
Yeah, and I think Crump is going to probably get some help here from Tate, but nope. Tate is going to stay on the high end, and Crump's almost cleared Gossett. Let's see if Gossett gets a run off at 2. Doesn't look like it, and they're still side by side. Tate is gaining on Crump, but kind of holding off a little bit, probably waiting to see what happens. But man, they are side drafting like crazy going into 3.
And while this is happening, Burns is driving away from them.
Yeah,
he almost has a 1-second lead over the leaders.
Crump getting right to that quarter panel with Gossett, trying to get a little bit of that side draft going so he can try and clear him going into turns 1. It looks like he's going to clear him coming off of 2, and Gossett is going to fall back to 3rd, but Tate Lytle's right behind him, looking on the inside. Oh! Somehow pulls a Houdini and magically goes through the right rear of Gossett.
Hey, Gossett is happy about that. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm glad Netcode did not screw him over, because that would have not been pretty.
But that was, wow. Gossett's going to fall off.
Look at that. Gossett's falling back to 5th, and Morse is going to take that position away, looking to get back up to the front. Now he's going to be working on Tate Lytle in the 56.
Oh, yeah. So, the little birdie in my ear named Brian just Burns won when he came in and was a replacement driver. I remember it. Now it's all coming back to me. Burns came in as a replacement driver and won, and here he is leading in this race.
Crazy. He's extended that lead to almost a second over Crump, and he's just sitting pretty, as you can see right here on the left side of your screen. Quite a big gap between him and Crump right now, but Crump is hungry, and he's coming for first place.
We will see. At this point, we are 40 laps since the last pit. I believe that between now and lap 64 is when they're going to be making their pit stops. And at that point, they can go the rest of the race with
tires.
Fuel and tires. And, it'll be just a matter of who was able to manage them better when they come back out here.
Looks like Morse was about to take that spot away from Tate Lytle in the 56, but now he's going to be getting a piece of Tommy on the inside here going into turn 1. They got into it a little earlier, so it took the spot away from him in second and dropped him back. So let's see if Morse is going to take kindly to Tommy on his doorstep here.
Wow. And Tommy is making sure that he knows that he is right there.
Yeah, they are side by side into turns 3 and 4, almost supporting like the kind of the same scheme pattern a little bit, like the American vibes going on. So
just reversed.
Yeah, just reverse. It's nice. Gossett's going to go to the inside of Morse here, most likely take this position away unless Morse can do something on the outside and turn 2, going to the backstretch, and doesn't look like it. Gossett's going to take that away from Morse.
And Massey looks like he's coming up.
Yeah,
Massey is currently sitting in, 6th.
Yeah, still hasn't made it back up to starting position, but he's definitely making some ground. I'm not sure how his tires are looking because he has kind of sat back quite a bit. So we'll see if he's got something in store for Morse here, or if Morse is going to hold on to that 5th position. Crump is working on Lytle up here for 2nd place, and he's got a pretty big run going into 3. It looks like he couldn't get underneath. It looked like he wanted to go to the outside there for a second, and then just decided to hold that midline.
We are hitting lap 59 of 100. We're just moving right along in this race as we continue to watch Crump try to make his move on Tate and where it's going to happen. All while this is happening, Burns is still pulling away, still getting out of there. Yeah. And at any moment, these guys are going to be coming in from pits. I believe.
Spencer's
it's the forecast.
Has extended his lead about a little over a second here on Tate Lytle in the 56. So as the more as these guys battle, the farther Spencer is going to get away from this pack.
But, as long as they don't run side by side, they'll be fine.
Right.
If they keep working together like this and, kind of push each other as they get close to the corner and drafting, they could catch the leader. But also what you don't want to do is what Tate just did right there and just rip below that white line. When your tires are this old, getting below that white line could be dangerous. You could get a little tight and run into the guy on the outside, or take yourself straight to the wall, or spin out entirely. Just depends on how the car's handling at that moment. Are people going to the pits? People are going to the pits because we are missing everyone behind 5th or 4th place.
Let's see if Tate Lytle and Scott and Tommy Gossett here join them, or if they're going to stay out. Looks like Tommy's going to come in, but Scott, and Tommy has a history of not being able to slow down the car quick enough past pit lane, and it did screw him in our first Talladega race. He got black flagged for it, and he was running really well up in the top 3. And see if he nails his pit stall here on these tires, and he's going to. So Tommy Gossett's going to be coming in. Looks like Dean Brummett came in as well too. Nick Massey, Brandon Key came in. Christopher Morse. All those guys are now out back on the track. And Brandon Key and Nick Massey look like they're going to be the ones closest to one another. Brummett out kind of by himself. And now we should see the action getting pretty intense, as all we're waiting on is Scott Crump, Tate Lytle, and Spencer Burns, so the top three to come in. Let's see what Spencer does here, if he's going to stay out. Looks like he's going to stay out. Tate's staying out, and Crump is not taking any chances. He's going to go ahead and bring it in.
So here's what I see. These guys that are staying out, they're losing time right now. But every lap that they go with what they're going with right now is fresher tires that they're going to have on the guys that are coming back out on the track after the pit stops. So that's going to be something to watch and see how that plays out as we come to lap 65 of 100.
And Burns is going to stay out as well as Tate, so I think they're probably going to, I don't know, it all depends on how you feel the car is handling at any given time. I mean, Spencer has been doing really well, kind of breaking away from the pack, and Tate hasn't really caught up too much. Still about a second gap between the two, but it looks like Spencer coming in. Yeah, he's slowing her down, so he's going to be coming in this time. Tate's staying out, going to lead a lap and try to gain on Brummett, who's on fresh tires and is only a second out. So we'll see what Tate decides to do, as Dean is now looking for that first place spot.
It's going to be interesting to see. You know, now we don't know when these guys back here pitted, so we don't know how they are on fuel, how their tire situation is, but they are catching him fast. He's just going to let him go right on by.
Yeah, Dean's easily going to take away that spot from
Title.
there.
Oh.
Looks like he got kind of tight going up, and
Nick Massey.
He's going to take that spot away from Dean. Dean got pretty tight coming out of turn 2 there up to the backstretch. And Nick Massey is going to lead his first lap. Yeah, I'm not sure what Tate's doing, but from Brandon Key's point of view, Tate seems to do well at this track, so he's got to have something in store. There's a reason he's staying out.
The method to the madness.
It is, but we'll see
and
what
Massey
happens.
has not led a lap yet because Massey had to get his lap back.
Oh, got you.
So
this should be
this time.
No lap led
nope.
yet.
Because Tate probably passed the line in the pits.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, there's still a 28-second gap between Nick Massey and Tate Lytle, so everybody got their lap back until Tate takes the pit stop, which he is right now, finally. And it looks like the 9 of Michael Robinson is also came in and is now out, and that's going to put Nick Massey in the lead now.
Correct.
With Brandon Key in second and Brummett right on the heels of Brandon Key in that number 8.
I believe Brandon just passed him.
Yep.
Because they were battling for a little bit back and forth.
Take a little ride on Brandon Key here. Let's see how he gets around this track.
See, he's very, look at the wheel. He is holding that thing so steady as he's going into the turns. And it looks like Tommy Gossett's to the inside. I only saw him in the mirror.
Yeah, I saw that too. Tommy Goss is going to take away second from Brandon Key, and now he's going to be working on Nick Massey, where there's almost a 2-second gap between him and second place. Looks like Brandon's going to lose a couple of spots here to Christopher Morse in the 3 car and Dean Brummett in the 25. Dean's going to look to the outside, maybe dip to the inside. Oh, scraping that outside wall going into turn 3.
So Burns is 5 seconds back, and Tate is 12.2 as we have 30 laps to go at Atlanta. Now we will have to watch those numbers to see how they catch up to these guys, and even if there is enough time to do so.
Let's see if Dean Brummett gains anything on the backstretch here as we ride on board Brandon Key, just to see how close Dean Brummett does get to Key here, but that high line's not treating him well right now. As you can see Scott Crump coming up behind him in that green 51.
And it looks like he's going to take that pass going into turn 1, and he's going to clear Brummett.
Yeah, looks like
Crump has really fresh tires.
Brummett almost looked like he nailed the wall again. I'm not sure if I saw sparks or not, but Crump's now working on Brandon Key, going to easily take that spot away from Brandon as well too. And Scott's taking her to the front, sitting in 4th place right now. Take a look at Nick Massey, almost again a 2-second lead over Tommy Gossett.
It's about 1.5 second lead. And he gets a great run coming off of it, too. He's about 183 going into turn 3 and 4. Really smooth transition coming out of 4. This is one of the tougher tracks to keep a handle on the car coming into turn 4. This track in Texas, Atlanta, Texas, and Charlotte are kind of similar.
Yeah.
In that turn 4 exit, but each has their challenges. That turn 4 wall at Texas comes real fast. I'm telling you.
Oh man.
Oh,
turn
and
4.
it's caution.
Oh, we got Dean Brummett around.
Oh, Brummett in the wall.
Yikes! That's going to bring out caution number 2 for the day on lap 75. Go ahead and take a look and what Dean did here.
Looks like he was letting Burns go around.
Burns, yeah, going into turn 1. Holding that low line. Maybe got a little too low. Let's see, comes to the outside, smacks the outside wall.
Oh, tries to save it.
Oh.
Does he? He did a pretty good job.
He did a good little smack on the outside wall.
Little kiss to the wall. Just a little peck.
May not have done too much to him. Take a look. Again from a different angle. No, he just gets tight. Gets the outside wall. Oh, and just barely gets a little clip to the front there. But he should be good.
He should be able to go in and repair that. They do have two fast repairs, but this is going to be interesting. It looks like everybody's going to go with 4 tires.
Oh yeah. Oh, Nick Massey with an excellent exit off of pit road. Brandon Key lost 4 positions on that. Nick Massey is going to be the winner off of pit road. 14.4 seconds for Massey, 14.9 for Gossett, 14.5 for Morse, and 14.4 for Crump. So 4 slots lost for Key.
I believe Massey was leading when they went to pits.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, I'm so used to I'm so used to seeing what's his face? Don't do this to me, iRacing. Don't you do this. right.
Looks like the race off
Oliver
pit road is stuck.
Oliver under caution here. I'm going to give her a little whackety whack and bring her back.
That may be the funniest thing I've ever heard on the broadcast.
It happens.
Just so everybody knows, with Josh and I here, dad jokes are in full effect. There is no escape.
No, not at all.
They are in full force.
There we go. Everything is back to normal.
So right now, we have 22 laps to go. And the driver I chose is sitting in first place.
Yeah, sadly for me, Dean Brummett was in that incident, so he is sitting in the back, 9th place. Not bad, not great, but plenty, a little bit of racing left.
Plenty of time for him to make it up, though, because he's going to be starting. Brummett can, if he can conserve his tires just a little bit, these guys in front of him are going to be racing so hard as we get back to green. Oh, looks like Dean's going to come back in.
Yeah, he's probably got some damage that he wants to take care of, because we know how Dean is when it comes to wanting to use fast repairs, so. Alright, so
it's like
the
lights are off.
Are off, so we're going to have Nick Massey sitting first, Christopher Morrison, the number 3, sitting second, Tommy Gossett in the number 80, third, Brandon Key in the number 8 sitting 4th, and Spencer Burns in the 06 sitting 5th, and that's going to round out the top 5.
And that's going to be really interesting. See what's going to happen here. You know, are these guys going to race real hard? I think our ticker is messed up for some reason.
Yeah,
it says
I
lap
saw that.
79 of 85.
iRacing is watching a different race, apparently.
So we either have 6 laps to go or 20 laps to go. We are unsure.
And look at him holding that flag proud, waiting for the pace car to come off and do his job. Nick Massey is going to go ahead and start it, and the flag is in the air. We still have quite a bit of racing left, 100 laps.
We really do.
In general, we're on lap 80. Wow. Burns got quite a run on Gossett.
Wow.
Coming off of turn 2. Might be able to clear him, but Brandon Key's going to take the inside of Scott Crump and take that position away. Getting a good run going into turn 3 there. All these guys have fresh tires now, so it's going to be a crazy amount of running these next 20 laps.
And no one is going to give up any space here because they know that they've got to get going. Because if you can get out far enough, you might be okay, because these guys are going to keep battling each other coming down to the end of this race.
Tommy Gossett lost quite a bit of space there. 3rd place down to 5th, and it looks like Tate Lytle is going to try to get the inside of him going into turn 1 and see if he can take it away. We're coming off of turn 2 here onto the backstretch. Tate Lytle still on the inside of Tommy Gossett. Doesn't look like he's going to clear him this time by, but Tommy's going to be aggressive and slam the door on Tate's front end. But Tate is right there with him.
He is not going to take kindly to that.
Yeah, I think he's going to give him the old crossover here, possibly. Going to the outside. Nope, it's going to stay there. Brandon Key on the heels of Nick Massey, though. Man.
I knew that was going to happen. Brandon Key is not going to easily let Massey drive away with this. The question is Brandon going to go to the outside? No, he's going to go right under him. Massey gave him the lane. I think Massey is letting him run his tires out.
Yeah,
Massey's like, you know what? Go right on ahead.
Yeah, just like that, Brandon Key makes easy work of Nick Massey, but Nick Massey's staying on the outside, going to try and battle him, but that outside line's not going to work when you're by yourself, so...
He is right there, though. He's going to get a run to the outside as they come to the start-finish line.
For fourth place, got Scott Crump in 51, Tommy Gossett in 80, and Tate Redding in 56. Tate and Gossett over here definitely battling for that 5th place position. To the outside, gets a good little run.
See how well they can hold that speed going through the corner. I've been seeing the guys, they get it down to about 165 when they take that low line. He was just running that outside lane.
He gets to Tommy Gossett. It's amazing.
He's really holding that car really well.
He's looking.
Brandon Key has his hands full with Nick Massey. I just saw them coming off of the going into that turn, and Massey was just all over his bumper. This is looks like we have about
iRacing updated finally. We got the laps right, so that's good.
Yeah, we have 13 laps to go. Round out this edition of Wingman Sports Underground.
We got a tight group here, less than a second from 1st to 8th place to the leader.
And Burns and Crump. Crump is right there. Both of them. And Massey's going to get help from Burns, but is Burns going to just stick to the low line, or is he going to...
I think Burns is going to stick to the low line. Maybe, I think what he wants to do is let them battle so he can get a good run going on. And he's just going to try and follow down low, but he's getting a good run on Brandon Key right now. Nick Massey's doing a fantastic job holding the high line, and Crump's going to sit behind Burns and kind of just watch this unfold.
He's got a great side draft coming down the backstretch. If Massey can clear him, he would be in a better position, but he is not going to give up.
This is some of the tightest racing we've seen all night here at Atlanta, and we got side-by-side action with Brandon Key in the 8 and Nick Massey, with getting help from Scott Burns in the Spencer Burns in the 06.
Crump is just using all the lanes.
Oh yeah, Crump is there, Gossett's there, Tate is there. We've now dropped down to half a second from 1st to 8th place to give you an idea of how tight this racing is right now.
And
Anything's
Burns
happen,
to the lead.
Yeah, Burns is going to take that spot away from Brandon Key. Crump is working on the inside of Nick Massey. Gossett looks like maybe a little bit of contact with Tate. Goes through the grass quite a bit, and Tate's going to take that position away, but Gossett's coming back in, diving down into turn 1. And almost, I thought that was going to be 3 wide, but Tate's going to be held up from Nick Massey. Brandon Key in the wall coming off of turn 2 on the backstretch, and it's going to tighten up the bunch there. Ooh, Brandon Key almost got into the back. Tate Lytle's falling back after a little bit of contact from
Tate is in the wall.
Yeah, Tate
No, it looks like he had a little contact with Morris.
And Morris in the number 3 is working the back end of Tommy Gossett right now.
Oh, he's really beating that bumper in.
He is there and waiting for that mistake, and you can see Brandon Key right behind Morris in the number 3 there, just waiting for something to happen.
I don't know if Key was showing a little, what are you doing out there? Because it seemed like Morris kind of put himself in there, and that really bottled things up and made things difficult for Tate. And it's unfortunate, he was running so well. And he's now back there, along with Massey, both end of this draft. We've got 7 laps to go at the line.
Yeah, it looks like Burns is got a little bit of distance on Scott, not too much, but they definitely panned out a little bit compared to what they were a couple of laps back. Gossett still trying to work on Crump coming off the backstretch. Morse behind him in the number 3, and it looks like Brandon Key and Zach Onsen in the 8 and 51 are battling for that 5th place position, and Brummett's right there behind Key. He'll probably take that position away too if he stays on that low side. And Onsen is going to take that position away from Brandon and drops him back to 6. And Dean is also going to pass him coming into turn 1, it looks like.
Dean's really, I think he has the freshest tires out of everybody, because I think he went in last, but if he can't get around this group of cars, it's going to be, he's only got 5 laps to do it this time by.
Right now are battling out for that 6th place position, and while up front we got a 3-way battle for second, Crump, Gossett, and Morse. Gonna see who's gonna take what here. Morse is closing the gap on Gossett in the number 80.
I feel like Crump is going to be able to close that gap and get up there. But Morris looks so fast too, because he is all over
that bumper of Gossett.
Yeah.
Giving him a little rub. Oh, checking up. Oh, Gossett's down in the apron. Morse remembering what Gossett did to him 20 laps ago. And he's going to go to the inside of Gossett and try to take that 3rd place position away. Now remember, this race pays the top 3, so the battle for 3rd is just as important as it is for 1st and 2nd. So Gossett
they are racing each other hard.
Yeah, Gossett does not want to give this position up, but Morse has other plans for him right now.
3 laps to go. Oh man, they are, and all while they're doing this, they're giving the number 51 a chance to catch them. And he could come in and take away 3rd spot and leave both of them with nothing.
Absolutely. Onsen's trying to find that top 3. First time here running the Wingman Underground Sports series. So nice to see some fresh faces in this race. As we got 2 laps to go, Spencer Burns still leading the pack with about 0.4 of a second behind Crump, or in front of Crump, sorry. As they come off of turn 2, but Morse and Gossett still... Ooh, Morse attacks the outside wall just a bit. 51 of Zach Onsen is gaining just a bit, so we'll have to see what's going on here. But Burns is going to bring him to the white flag. And
white flag? And
anything
next,
is possible right now.
Yes, no green-white checkered. So the next flag will end it, and it looks like Burns is going to go 2 for 2. He won the last race he was in, and he's going to take home the 1st place cash here tonight. As long as nothing happens.
Checkered flag is going to be coming in the air, and Spencer Burns is going to take that one. Whoa!
Oh, Brandon Key.
Brandon.
He said, forget it. Looked like he was missing the whole front of that car before he even crossed the line.
Wow, what a fantastic race that was.
I think no one told our flagman that the race was ending.
Yeah, I think he was in awe. He was like, this guy's going back to back? Drifting her around turns 3 and 4 with style. Look at him do it.
There he goes. He's going to burn it out. As long as he doesn't hit the wall so he can pass inspection.
Look at these guys.
Oh, look at they're all going to they're all 3 doing
Crump
it.
Is going to give them the work.
This is great. All 3 drivers out there doing their donuts. All 3 taking home the cash. You think Crump is happy tonight?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he didn't get a win, but at least he made it in the top 3, and that's all that mattered. So
Momentarily, we're going to get these guys in for an interview. Josh, what a great. Neither of our drivers won,
No, not
but
at
that's
all.
okay.
But that is absolutely okay.
Yours came in second. You were close.
Uh, no, I went with Dean Brummett, who came in
Oh, that's
sixth.
right.
Yeah,
I'm
so
so sorry. I just, I thought you took Crump. I apologize.
oh man,
So it looks like we got our guys ready to come in. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up. Who came in third? Tommy Gossett, I think.
yeah, we got Tommy Gossett in
Okay.
third place.
So I'm going to go ahead and bring him up here.
I love how this dude's typing it.
Alrighty. Tommy
Hey,
Gossett,
Tommy.
welcome.
Thank you.
Finally, you're on the podium, top 3 here at Atlanta. I know you've been itching for a win, and I knew you wanted to do it. Otherwise, in a different track other than the super speedway. So Atlanta looks like it treated you pretty well.
Yeah, it did. Fun race overall. Wish you would have that green flag run would have kept going. I was in a pretty good spot there, saving my tires, and thought I was doing a pretty good job there. I just wish it would have went green.
Yeah, it seems like you and Christopher Morse there in the 3 had quite the altercation. Y'all got together, it looks like, a couple of times, and then Morse looked like he was trying to go to the inside of you, and it kind of pushed you down to the apron. Anything going on there?
Yeah, I mean, it was me, Spencer, and Scott are all on a team together, and he took Scott out earlier in the race. He blocked me earlier, and Spencer was always in front of him, so he didn't get a chance to do anything to Spencer. So, but he's just racing us all terribly all race, so I had enough of it. And since his last 10 laps, I just was like, he ran to the grass, I'm running him to the grass.
Yeah,
and then he tried to wreck me, and he's not even good enough to wreck me. So
yeah, the side drafting between y'all two was fantastic. Honestly, I mean, you were so aggressive, but in a way that like you were keeping it clean at the same time too. So that was some exciting racing, and you go home with a third place finish. So nothing to be sad about there.
Nope, I'll definitely take it. I'm looking forward to the next one.
Alrighty, thank you so much for running this.
Thanks,
one, Tommy.
Tommy.
And take care. All right. So finishing out in second, we got Scott Crump finally making it to a second place finish after a string of some bad races the last couple of weeks, getting wrecked out. How do you like that? I know it's not a win, but second place.
Pretty good race, pretty fun. My teammates finished first and finished right behind me, so it was an overall good race. I burnt my tires up a little bit right there at the end, pushing it, trying to get to them, but I couldn't get to them.
Yeah, it seemed like in the beginning of the race, you kind of stayed in the back of the pack. I wasn't really sure if you were just like kind of filling it out, seeing what was happening, or if you're just trying to save or what was going on. But were you having any issues at all in the beginning of the race, or was that kind of just like your plan?
I was just holding back, saving tires. A lot of people were going real strong at first, and they burned up their stuff. So my teammates were pretty good at saving tires. Tate was pretty good, and he was up there too.
Yeah, we saw Tate up there quite a bit. I mean, I'm just glad to see you, honestly, in the top 3. I mean, we've been rooting for you in the last couple of races to get a win, and unfortunately, you've been taken out from a couple of wrecks from just, I don't know if it's just racing too hard or what it is, but it's nice to see you finally get something.
Oh, yeah, I think I had a chance there if it went green between me and Spencer.
That's what I was hoping for. I thought it was going to go green the rest of the way. You know, that's what I find fun about these tracks like these mile and a half. You really don't get all the cautions you do for, Daytona or Talladega. You kind of got to see, you work with what you got, and you see the best of the best come out here and do what they did tonight.
Yeah, I got put in the wall early there, and I was getting ready to go a lap down, and I don't know, car just decided to stop on the track and bring out the car.
Oh, so. Yeah, we saw that. I'm not sure what the heck is going on.
You almost got taken out there.
Yeah, I clinched my seat.
If I hit him, it really didn't matter. I still had to use a fast repair there because my car was too far damaged.
Well, Scott, it's always fun to see you racing, man. We definitely appreciate you coming out and being a part of the Wingman series. We are going to be off break for about 3 weeks, so hopefully, once we come back, we can see you in some more races.
All right. Appreciate and thanks for hosting, and give a shout out to Stay Tuned Sports Podcast for sponsoring me, and shout out to Lowline Racing finishing 1, 2, 3.
Nice. All right. Well, Crump, take it easy, man, and congratulations on second.
See you, Crump.
See ya.
All right. So if you want to go ahead and bring in old Spencer Burns here, the winner of the Atlanta race, and kind of back to back, really. The last time he was here, he was filling in for a driver and ended up winning that race. And here he is in first place again. Spencer, how are you doing, man?
I'm feeling pretty good. We just brought home the big money again.
Yeah, I saw that.
Big money. I like it.
Your teammates finished second and third as well, too. So that's a strong top three.
Yeah, it is. They were running really well. I was actually really scared on that last 20-lap run because Scott was right on me.
Yeah,
Tommy unfortunately got held up with the 3 right there. They were battling, but otherwise it could have been really close.
Yeah, you were doing pretty well early on also too. You kind of were getting away from the pack quite a bit as they were battling behind you. Do you feel comfortable at Atlanta? Is that kind of like one of your tracks, or are you just a good driver overall?
Yeah, I definitely like the 1.5 miles a lot more, but you got to save your tires, especially here. Like you're wearing a percent or two every single lap. And as soon as you see the guys battling, I just started shredding my tires up just to break the draft. Because once you break the draft, you're gone.
Alrighty, well, Tim, you got anything to add? I'm trying to think of some questions, man.
I really don't. It was a fantastic show, and was there ever a time in the race that you didn't think that you could pull this off?
Well, once the caution flew around lap 75, I was questioning a little bit. I'm like, oh, geez, all right. So everyone's going to have great tires again. Everyone's going to be able to full throttle. There might be a wreck or two. Because up until that point, I was like, all right, cool. I've got the freshest tires. I'm going to be getting through the field, maybe get the lead with like 10 to go, 5 to go, somewhere around there.
Yeah, we definitely put on a heck of a show, and it's nice to see, like I said, you filled in for a driver a few weeks back and ended up winning that race too, and now you're out here making a name for yourself at Atlanta. So like we told Crump and them, we're taking a 3-week break, and we got some big things in store, so hopefully you can make it back out and start running in some more races.
Yeah, sounds good. It was just other days either didn't work out or, I don't really mess with super speedways that much,
Right. That seems to be the ongoing thing. So we got some plans up our sleeves, so we're excited to get those out in the work. So congratulations, man, on first place, and it was nice talking with you.
All right, cool. Sounds good. Thank you to Splash and Go Graphics, Lowline Racing, and the Hot Lap Podcast.
Alrighty, Spencer, take care.
You too. Have a good one.
Alrighty, well that's
funny.
For Atlanta.
I did
awesome.
not know that they were all 3 teammates and they finished 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's
pretty funny.
That is fantastic. I love seeing stuff like that as well too. And like we've been saying before, we had a promo we were going to show, kind of going on with what was happening with us. We are going to be taking about a 3-week break and coming back about the end of June. But we got a lot of things in store. We're going to have a
not going to want to miss it.
Yeah, you're not going to want to miss it. The 87 cars are coming out that were planned for Wilkesboro, and we're going to have some good things in store coming the end of June. We've only been doing this for about a month, like we stated in the last race, and we've been loving every second of it, and we want to spice it up as we go into a new season and try to bring new drivers in and see what we can do with what we have. And I never thought we'd be where we're at within a month. Yeah.
I mean, hats off to you. Fantastic job. You've brought so much to this broadcast, and I do want to say that I think I'm getting sick. I'm giving you a 3-week notice, so the next time we race, I'm gonna have a totally different name in iRacing. Don't tell Brian, so I can race and win some cash.
Yeah, we gotta figure out a way to do some sort of broadcasting setup where we can get someone racing and someone streaming. That would be a ton of fun, honestly.
That would be fantastic.
But no, I mean, a huge shout out to the guys that watch us, the fans and everything else like that. We may not be pulling in, tons of views at every race, but it doesn't matter. The guys that keep coming back and watching these races with us, and interacting in chat and everything else. I mean, we do a lot of this for you guys, so we definitely appreciate y'all coming out, hanging out with us through this season. And we have such big things in store for next season. We cannot wait to share that with y'all.
I can't wait as well.
All right, well, that's going to do it here at Atlanta. Thank you again for everybody hanging out. My name's Josh, and this is Tim, and we're signing off.